This is a true story about a bridge that moved like it was alive. Its official name was the Tacoma Narrows Bridge. Its nickname was Galloping Gertie. The first Tacoma Narrows Bridge opened in Washington State in 1940, stretching across the narrow waterway between Tacoma and the Kitsap Peninsula. It was long, elegant, and extremely slender. To the public, it looked like modern engineering had drawn a line across Puget Sound. But almost from the beginning, the bridge had a problem. In the wind, the roadway moved. Not a tiny vibration that only instruments could see. Drivers could feel it. Workers could watch the deck rise and fall in waves. Some people joked about it. Some were disturbed by it. The bridge's nickname, Galloping Gertie, came from that strange motion. Engineers tried to understand what was happening. They added devices and studied models, but the bridge was already open, cars were already crossing it, and the motion was not yet treated as a death sentence. Then came November 7, 1940. Wind moved through the Narrows. The deck began its familiar up and down motion, but then the behavior changed. The bridge started twisting. One side of the roadway rose while the other side dropped. Then they reversed. The center line stayed nearly fixed while the two halves of the deck rolled against each other like a ribbon being wrung out by invisible hands. People gathered to watch. Cameras rolled. A newspaper editor named Leonard Coatsworth was caught on the bridge and had to make a terrifying escape from his car. The film is still famous because it looks impossible. A steel and concrete bridge does not seem like it should behave like fabric, but wind was feeding energy into the structure faster than the bridge could dissipate it. This is where the simple classroom story can be misleading. People often say Galloping Gertie fell because of resonance. The deeper lesson is more specific. The bridge entered destructive torsional motion tied to aerodynamic instability. As it twisted, its own motion changed how the wind hit the deck. That helped the motion grow. The bridge was not merely being pushed, it was helping create the forces that destroyed it. Section after section tore loose and dropped into the water below. By late morning, the most spectacular bridge failure in American engineering history was over. The human death toll was almost miraculously low, but the engineering impact was enormous. WSDOT material says the collapse exposed the limits of the deflection theory that had guided suspension bridge design. Engineers had to take aerodynamic behavior far more seriously. Wind tunnel testing, deck shape, stiffness, and torsional stability became part of the design conversation in a new way. Galloping Gertie became more than a failed bridge. Every generation of engineers could watch the footage and see a warning in motion. A beautiful structure can still be vulnerable if the forces around it are misunderstood. A new Tacoma Narrows Bridge opened later, shaped by the lessons of the collapse. That is why the old bridge still matters. It did not just fall into Puget Sound. It forced engineering to listen to the wind,